Okay, but what does mean to handle the data received? Let's see that. Whenever we execute it, we need to handle the responses which we're getting back, the statuses and the messages. Okay, so let's handle this. So first of all, what we want to do is, if there are some errors, we want to show the error. If error is not nil, then we want to show an alert message. Okay, so alert message, you know what is alert message? For example, UI alert view iOS. I'll show it to you very quickly. So this is the alert message. So we want to show that there is a SAM message where person can click just OK. So to handle this, as alert message, we're gonna call from the different classes, not only register PHP. So I'll create alert in the helper class. Okay, so let's learn if we want to achieve something, how we can do this. We'll write Swift alert view. How would I create alert view in Swift? We're going here, and here they explain how to do this. So here we create a new function, show alert with show alert, and just let's declare show alert. Here we create a variable message of type string, open and close curly brackets. This function show alert message to the user. Okay, so first we need to create alert itself. That's the one. Okay, let's do this. So let alert equals to UI alert controller, open the round brackets. It has the execution where it can be the title and message. Here we can create title of type string, then we put comma and create a message. So make sure that your function is declared in this way. Title will put title, message will put message, and preferred style will be .alert. Excellent. So the next step will be to add or to create some actions. So as you see here, alert, so we can create some separate action, then add it to it. We write let OK equals to UI alert action, open round bracket, and select this one. Title we can write, let's say OK. Style alert action, we can go to this class and it will show us default, cancel, or destructive. We'll put it as a cancel style. Dot cancel. And the handler, we don't want any completion handler here. And we need to assign this action to the alert. Alert, add action. Okay. And we want finally show itself, present view controller alert. Self.present view controller. So here will be a one challenge when let's say self means the current class. If it is not of type UI view controller, it cannot present it. So for that purpose, what we can do is, let's say we put comma, we write self, or we write self of type UI view controller. And we can write now present view. We can copy from this. Okay, so as it is of the same name, we will just write from Here must be some adjustments to the latest Swift update version. What we're doing here, we're creating alert controller, then we are creating button to the alert controller, then we are assigning the button to alert controller, then we are presenting alert controller. Okay, so why we put here from? Because this class is not of type of UI view controller. So here we create a one variable of type UI view controller. This variable will be replaced later on by self when we will be calling it from the register VC. Okay, let's come back to register VC, and here we write is the helper declared here? No, it's not. So we can write let helper equals helper. Then we write helper dot show alert. That's the one. Title, we want to put the error title, we want to put server error. Message will be error dot localized. Localized description. From, it will be self. Excellent. This is what we want to do. Here, make sure that this exclamation mark. Okay guys, so we will keep building the logic. So this is how we send and how we will show the error message to the user. This will show the localized description of the error itself, which the app will fetch. Okay, so here we'll write the comment. This is how will execute it once the error will be received from the server, or it will have an error to get connected to the server itself. Okay, so once we know how to get an error, the next step will be to get the data. And yeah, here don't forget to put return. So it means it will stop execution of the this code. This is the full protocol. It will stop right here, and it won't continue processing further. Okay, now here we will be now fetching a JSON from the server. If there is no error happened while getting connected or sending request to the server. Okay, so for that purpose, we need to declare it in the following way. We need first to write do, and we're returning else. Else means when we receive an error while fetching the JSON. So this error means the error to get connected to the server, while this one is to have an error while fetching the JSON from the server. So we can put helper in the main closures of URL session. So we can access helper in any of those blocks. Helper allows us to access the helper class. So here we'll write helper.showAlert title JSON error, while the message will be message, while localized description of the error. From will be self, means from current view controller to show in. Okay, and here we can here right now we will have to declare the JSON variable, which will store all JSON related information in our server. So we will declare variable let JSON equals to, and for JSON there is a specific one protocol which allows to cast all the information into JSON, which is protocol is JSON serialization. Write JSON serialization, then we need to access sub property of this. It should be following with the dot data JSON object with data and options, where we can declare the options. So we write JSON serialization dot JSON object with data and then the options. So data, this will be the data which we are receiving from the server, and the options will be, there are different options which I explain in my another course where we'll learn a full Swift. So we will write here allow fragments of the JSON, and we'll cast it as a NS dictionary. If we'll try to build it, it will show us some warning notification related to the data. Xcode advise us to force downcast it. And by the way, here write catch, not else. Right here, catch, don't forget. So here, Xcode recommends us to force downcast it, this value. So this value, it's an optional value, means we might receive it and we might not receive it, it depends. And don't forget to remove this exclamation mark here. Okay, so this data, we need to do it with the full safe casting. So you remember from my another course, safe casting, whereas guard let equals data will be equals to data. If it won't be equal data, so then we want to show an alert. Helper.show alert, message title will be data error, message will be error dot localized description, and to be presented from current view controller. Okay, so this one, it's a save mode or save method of casting the data, which so we're using save method because it can be and it cannot be. So it means we cannot force down caster. We cannot tell Xcode by putting exclamation mark to tell no Xcode we're sure that there is a data. Okay, so guard means do a safe mode, create a variable with the name data, which will store all the information which is stored in data received from the server. If in case it will the data will fail to be received successfully, then else it will show an alert message. It will show an alert message and it will be returned with no further execution of the code. Okay, here now we can remove the exclamation mark. It shows, yeah, don't forget to put try after the equal. Let JSON equals, then must be try because this is the latest update of the Swift language. Okay, so everything is excellent. Everything is perfect. This is how we are fetching and getting the data from the server directly. Okay, so this is how we're fetching JSON. All JSON we're receiving from the server means whatever the information, we receive it and we cast it in JSON. Then let's now print a JSON and see what we can get. Okay, so here I loaded my app. I'll go to register my controller. I'll enter an email. Let's enter the email which I already got registered, which is a john@yahoo.com. I'll write john.@yahoo.com. Continue. Then the name, let's write the same name, John. Last name we'll write Jones. Let's say it's a different person who wants to have the same email address. 123456 password, and let's select a random date of birth. And we'll come back here and we'll click female, and it shows us an error to get connected to the server. Excellent. This is a show alert which we have declared. Server error. So here it shows the error related to app transport security. Okay, but what is that app transport security? Let's imagine you're programming yourself and you don't know what does mean app transport security. In the log, it shows us the error message right over here. App transport security has blocked a clear text HTTP. Means the app does not allow us to send the outside requests. Okay, let's Google it. Here we're going to Stack Overflow. Here there is some solution, but it's related to the index coding, so I will try to find some more easier solution. We need to go info.plist right here, and here it shows that NS app transport security, we must create one more key. which is NS App Transport Security, but I think the one who posted this on the Stack Overflow, he was using the oldest version of the software, so we'll go to the newest one. Let's try to find it. We'll scroll down, and here we go. This seems what we need. App Transport Security Settings. Okay, let's now here just run app transport security settings, and it automatically it made an auto prediction and it gives us the value. So then we need to allow some loads. Here it's written allow arbitrary loads. So we'll click enter, and here we'll select value yes. So we want to allow all the loads from our application. So this is how you can simply get an answer to any of your questions in almighty Google. Okay, so this means that it will allow app to send in requests out of the app, which means HTTP requests. Let's try to doing so again. John@yahoo.com. Continue, which is John Jones. Continue, password 123456, date of birth and a random date. That's 8, excellent, and let's select female, and it shows missing user information. But when we click on mail, it shows the email address is registered. So when we click male and female, and it shows the different values, so then means they only distinguish between female and male buttons is the tag of this. That is the only some distinguishing point. Okay, so means we need now to check out the tag value. So all of this, but first of all, let's try to debug it. In order to debug this, we will come to our register VC right here. We'll just try to print out the body. In order, maybe we're not passing, let's say the email text field doesn't pass the proper information. We never know. So that's why it's always recommended to debug it. Register vController, we'll type some email address here. Continue, we'll write first name and the last name, John Jones. Then we will write some password, birthday 1990 maybe, no 58. Okay, I click a female and this is the body, and still we see that there is no actual error. The only thing is that the PHP, any information with the 0 value, PHP or any backend development server, it understands it as 0. Okay, rather than changing the backend, we'll just change front end here. It's very simple. I think even it's unfair to put an 0 value for the females. So tag for female I'll be using 1, and for male I'll be using 2. Okay, so we can now build and run. Okay, our project got established. Register account, we'll type some email address here. I'll try to use the existing one. Okay, continue, John Jones, continue, password, any password. I'm sure now it will be 1991, female, and now everything is fine. The email is already been registered. Excellent. Now everything is very, very, very good. Okay, I'll try now to edit an email address. I'll put here Jones, continue, 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 and female, and we successfully got the user registered. Excellent, guys. We can come back to our PHP my admin panel, users, and one user got inserted in our database. So here, as you can see, how we can use the logic of Swift and PHP and combine everything together. So related to the birthday, I don't want to use this format because maybe in another language, let's French, it will be shown in a different way. Maybe March, maybe it's different in French. And I want all the values to be lowercase, like John, Jones, first name, last name, email. I want it to be lowercase. Why? Because we can capitalize it in using the code. So we want all the information, it must be lowercase. So email text will .text dot lowercase, the same for the first name dot lowercase, the same we're doing for the last name text field dot text lowercase. And the password, we want to keep it in sensitive, because upper and lowercase it will have an effect. Birthday, we don't, because it's showing this format, because we're just directly putting the string of the text field to the server. We just need to send the actual date, not the string of the birth text field. We'll write your date picker dot date. Okay, excellent. Let's now build and run. Now everything will work much more better with a better experience. I'll write some new email address, bob@mail.com. Continue, Bob, some bar link, some random password. Okay, birthday 1990. Continue. Let's select a male gender. Excellent, so successfully has been registered. We'll just refresh our database, and here we go, bob@mail.com. And if you see the first name and last name both are lowercase, and the password and salt are not shown, and birthday as having the exact format of the date. Excellent. And this is how we pass an actual date rather than the string in the text field. And the gender here we see it's 2. Okay, so what I think is the first Adam has been created, then only Eva. I think it will be fair for the male gender to give 1 and for the female gender to give 2 tags. Okay, let's go now. Let's go now to male button, put tag 1, and for female tag 2. Okay, so this is actually, guys, how we are improving and understanding the logic and building the project step by step. So this is how we now reach the point where we can successfully send all the information to the server, and that we reach the point where we can get the result when we successfully registered the user. So that's really excellent. We will now be going to the login page. We'll now establish the login, and then after that we will move to the home page. Excellent job, guys. It's really amazing. Awesome. Good job.